Hello dear students, I am Samir Velankar and I welcome all of you to this another video on B-tree balanced multi-way search tree. We have already learned in two videos what is B-tree, what is its structure, what are rules, what is meant by order of B-tree, and in the second video we saw construction of B-tree with the data given was 1 to 20. Although we did not insert all data 1 to 20, we insert 1 to 17. Check that. This was the picture at which we stopped last time. After inserting 17 in the tree, root got split and root now contains only 9. Check this latest B tree that we are having. Root contains only 9 and there are many leaves at the bottom here, like 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. All these keys are stored in the leaf nodes and all leaf nodes are at same level. Therefore, this tree is known as balanced multi-way search tree. Now the problem in this video I am going to discuss is about searching because the tree is multi-way search tree. So I am discussing application of B tree. Let's say we are asked a problem to search 14 in this tree. Now the problem is we know only root node, isn't it? Because the address of root node is known. The address of other nodes is not known by us because address of other nodes, that is descendants, is stored by ancestors. So we want to search 14. So what do? Our search always starts from root, and as we are searching 14, we will compare 14 with 9 in the root, and we quickly know that 14, if present, must be to the right of 9. So we utilize right pointer of 9 and we will reach the node which stores 12 and 15. We are searching 14, then we know that 14 must be to the right of 12 but left of 15, because 14 is greater than 12 but less than 15. So we will utilize the pointer to the right of 12 but left of 15 and we will reach the node which stores 13 and 14. On searching this node, we will know that 14 is present. By the way, in this entire search process, you just observe how many nodes were actually accessed, how many nodes were actually loaded, or how many nodes were checked. The node which stored 9 was checked. Then we checked the node which was storing 12 and 15. And finally, we checked the node which was storing 13 and 14. So in this big data of 20 values, 1 to 20 was the data. To search one value like 14, we had to search only 3 nodes. Hardly 3 nodes. Isn't it? Now assume that we were searching 8 instead of 14. Instead of 14, we are now searching 8. So how many nodes maximum will you trace? The answer is again 3. 3 nodes at max you will search. Isn't it? How come? 8 is being searched. So your search begins with root. And as 8 is lesser than 9, you will take the left child of 9 and reach the node which is having 3 and 6. You will very well know that if 8 is present, it should be present to the right of 6. And you will reach the node which stores 7 and 8. And you found 8. But then you actually accessed only 3 nodes. The node which stored 9, node which stored 3, 6 and node which stored 7, 8. It is but understood, surely understood, that maximum nodes that will be accessed in the memory for searching any node on an average will be 3 nodes. You watch this. What if we were searching 9? If we were searching 9 in the tree, we will right at the root get 9. So we don't even have to search 3 nodes. Just one node search has given us 9. What if we were searching 15? 15 will be started at root, but 15 is greater than 9, so we'll reach the right node and we will get 15 right in the node which is having 12, 15. So we have searched only two nodes for searching 15. What I am telling you is maximum nodes that we will have to search for any given key is 3. Why? Why really? Because we have got maximum of 3 levels, isn't it? 9 is at level 0, root is at level 0, 3, 6 and 12, 15 are at level 1, and remaining leaf nodes are at level 2. So the deepest level that we can go while searching is 2. So we will do some comparison at level 0, some comparison at level 1, and some comparison at level 2. Maximum 3 nodes will be searched. If you are thinking what's so interesting in that, just imagine that the nodes, that data given 1 to 20, data was 1 to 20, was not stored in a B tree, but we stored it in a binary tree. I repeat, 1 to 20, the data given was stored in a binary search tree. Then we will have a very deep binary tree. I guess you are understanding. I'll make up some place here. I think I have some place at the top here. Let me check. Oh, yes. Suppose 1 to 20 was the data, all in sorted order, 1 to 20. And we don't use B tree, we use binary tree, binary search tree. So 1 will go in the root, this is root. And where will you insert 2? Remember rule of binary search tree, larger values go to the right. So where will you add 3? 3 will go to the right of 1 and right of 2, isn't it? What about 4? Again right of 3. And this goes on and you will have 20 on the rightmost node, isn't it? And all the pointers which are not used will be null. Like left pointer of 4 will be null, but right pointer is busy pointing to 5, of course. Left pointer of 3 is null, but right is busy pointing to 4, of course. And all other left pointers will be null. This is really, really poor performance. This is poor because you note that the nature of binary tree, where both legs, left and right, are used efficiently, is not at all used here, isn't it? Not at all used here. Only right leg is increasing. Only right leg. Will you call this as balanced? No way. This is unbalanced, isn't it? This is unbalanced. All leaves may not be at same level. Basically, one leg increases and other branch is not at all utilized. So what is so poor about this? Let's say you are asked to search 20 in this tree. Oh, that is worst because you know only root node. So your search will begin at root and you are searching 20, but root is storing 1. So you will agree that if 20 is present, it should be present to the right, and you will compare 20 with 2, and 20 must be to the right, and you will keep doing these comparisons. Of course, you will get 20. Of course, you will search 20 successfully, but note you have done 20 comparisons. You have checked 20 nodes. 20 nodes, that is worst performance, isn't it? If the tree was balanced like this, check this nature of the tree. If the tree was balanced, then at any point you might have taken either left or right, skipping the other branch. So the number of comparisons would have been less. But because the tree got stretched only in one direction, the number of comparisons increased. So if the binary search tree is not balanced, if only one branch increases beyond bounds, then we get a very poor performance. Returning back to B tree, for the same data 1 to 20, isn't it? Maximum 3 comparisons we will have to do for searching any value. Maximum 3 is better as compared to 20. Well, then we come to a conclusion. The conclusion is, you might find this sentence a bit funny, but it is technical one, that if you want fast searching, searching should be faster, then your data structure should be fat, should be wider, should be fat, and it should not be thin. Observe the data structure B tree which you are looking at is very fat. It is growing wider and wider, then growing deeper and deeper. Whereas the binary tree on top, binary tree which we have drawn for 1 to 20 is thin and it is tall, isn't it? We don't want a tall data structure. We want a fat data structure and a shallow one, a shorter one. When you have a shallow data structure, not too deep, the data structure is not too deep, then as the data structure is not very deep, you are having very few nodes at deeper levels. I hope you are getting my point here. I hope you are getting the point. The deepest level over here is basically level 2, 0 level, 1 level, and 2 level. So, coming to a conclusion, B tree is faster in searching because it doesn't increase in depth very fast, whereas binary tree increases in depth very fast. Deeper the tree, more the comparisons. Shorter the tree and fatter, number of comparisons will be less. In the fatter tree or a shorter tree, number of comparisons are less. But there is one disadvantage of B tree. Yes, you have to pay something to achieve something. Look, the memory wastage in a B tree is a lot. Like you might observe here that in the root itself, still three keys are vacant. What do you say? Or in the node 3.6, in the node 3.6, two keys are still vacant. We have not utilized them. Lot of keys are not utilized. So the nodes are wasting memory. But we say we can waste memory because we want the speed of searching to be faster. So we can sacrifice the memory for the sake of speed. Whereas in a binary tree, there is the memory wastage is less, isn't it? In the binary tree that I have drawn, the memory wastage is less. I still say there is memory wastage because null pointers are as good as wastage of memory. We have not utilized the null pointers, isn't it? But you can say very, very less memory wastage you have in a binary tree, but searching speed might be very slow. So that's comparison of B tree and binary tree. What you know is binary tree is faster in searching. So in the applications of DBMS, database management system, where you have to store the keys or the records, DBMS systems use B tree and B plus tree. B plus tree is coming up in the next video. This is an efficient way of storing the data. Rather, in DBMS, we are going to, in that subject, you will be learning B and B plus tree again. The same chapter will be learned again. And you will learn how indexing is done in DBMS by using B and B plus trees. So this video was about comparison of B tree and binary tree. Thank you very much.